What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ranch. All right, guys, I'm standing here with a wall of cover or a tornado zone behind me. And as you can see, trees have all been dropped. Smaller trees have been hinged over, and you can't see into the woods as far and as clear as, say, open standing timber. Now, in a minute, I'll turn around and show you what this did look like as compared to what it looks now. My idea here was to hinge and drop trees to screen myself from my access road as I enter my woods. So what I did was drop some big trees and hinge over smaller trees after the big ones were down to screen myself from the deer inside my property. When I pass here along the outside of my property, the deer were able to see me way into my property and run away. So I'm trying to give myself some screening. Now what you're seeing here is a mess, and I want it to be a mess because I don't want the deer to travel through it at all. I want them to travel up and down along the side of it inside my property. But I know what you're saying, well, how are they going to get into your property? This is not the place I want them to enter my property. I want this to be a zone. And I know you might also be saying, but now they'll just walk up and down outside of your property. True, I may get that, but I can't shoot those deer anyway, so at least they're off my property, they're not in my mind, and they're safe. But I have a feeling they're gonna jump into my property where I have better bedding, I have better food, and now once they're in, all the neighbors that are hunting and putting pressure on them will not be putting that pressure on them as they are inside behind my wall of cover here, and now they cannot see me. So all I did was fell some trees and make a mess. If you were gonna make a bedding area, it's a similar process. I wouldn't put it on the edge of your property, or maybe I would, I don't know. It depends on how the deer are moving in your property. But what you would do is make this mess and then go in and clear out travel corridors and movements and rake some beds underneath some of the hinge cuts and promote the bedding there. This mess, don't want them bedding here. It's fine if they browse and move along it. That's kind of what I want them to do, hopefully on the other side of this mess that you see, or wall of cover. And really, it took me a couple of chainsaw tanks of gas to just drop this stuff down. As you can see, I'm on an elevation here. My whole property kind of runs up. So the trees naturally want to go this way. I had to pull a few little guys this way. I have a hook that I did that with. And now I have this wall of cover that is not as thick, as dense as maybe I'd want it, but I didn't want to drop any more trees. I kind of want to see what this grows into in the spring with the regeneration coming off of it. I feel like all that regeneration will create even more of the cover that now I made by opening up the canopy and getting trees down and hinging stuff over and getting the light on it. So that's what I'm really looking to do here. And now let me turn around and show you what this looks like before I did this. All right, guys, so we're spinning. Take a look at the wall of cover, cover. There's my trail going up. That's a beautiful pair of oaks. I wish it was in my property. And then we turn around, neighbor's tree stand, and look. That's what my woods look like. Just like that. So, as you can see from behind me here, clear that off for you. So, as you can see from behind me here, woods are very open. If I was on this travel corridor and I was in my neighbor's property, the deer would see me clearly as day walking up my trail here, and they would probably run into the next neighbor's property. So that's what I did to camouflage myself, hide my line of movement, make the deer feel more secure in my property. All right, guys, I'm gonna walk down about 50 yards, and I'm holding the camera at what a deer's eye level would be, and take a look at how that looks to a deer, you know, or this is my view at deer level, which means the deer should not be able to see me as I come by and access my stand that's above this. especially. Now, in contrast, look at my neighbor's property, same stretch of road as I walk up. So my neighbor's property was my hunting zone, and I was walking the same trail. Every deer in there would bust me out. All right, guys, it's a quick little tour about my little wall of cover. The whole thing is probably about 100 yards, and I don't do this kind of stuff all at once. I do a little bit at a time. I want the deer to in the winter to feed on the tops I drop, and I don't want to drop it all at once. So last year I did about 30 yards, and then in the end of the summer I did another like 20 yards, and now today I did the whole rest. So the deer will be able to feed on this, and that's fine because it's the winter, the hunting season's over, so they could get in here and feed and bed if they want temporarily for the winter. But it'll help push my deer into the next age class, into the next season. All right, guys, if this was interesting, if you liked it, please give me a like, please give me a subscribe. I really appreciate it. Ranchers, thanks for watching.